it just showed how serious Flynn was and his conversations with the Russians. So Republicans can try to use this to play political football. But in reality, this is going to backfire with them.
That was the DNC Communications Director, Xochitl Hinojosa, reacting live at our program yesterday when the breaking news hit that Joe Biden was among those listed as possibly being involved in the unmasking of Michael Flynn. With us today, RNC Chairwoman Ronna McDaniel. And thank you for coming back, and good afternoon to you. You heard the comment about this will backfire on Republicans. Your reaction on that now?
Well, I think this is such a travesty to see that the Obama administration, not the intelligence community, was involved in unmasking a U.S. citizen. And we've now seen also the FBI work to entrap him. This was somebody who was working on the Trump campaign. People should not be using the administration or the government to go against their political foes. And the more and more we uncover, the more deeply troubling this is. This isn't something that's going to backfire. This is something that every American citizen should be concerned about. We should get to the bottom of it.
When you say you look further into it, what do you find? What do you mean by that?
Well, I think the fact that you've seen the entrapment notes that you saw with the FBI, that they were trying to get Michael Flynn to perjure himself. I mean, from the very beginning, from the dossier to the spying on the Trump campaign, to now we're seeing the unmasking driven by the administration, to the perjury trap for Michael Flynn. This is not a peaceful transfer of power. This is the exact opposite. The Obama administration went out of their way to make sure that the Trump administration got off to as rocky of a start as possible. That is not what our government should be doing.
You've seen the list of names. Robert Ray was on here 30 minutes ago. And what do you think of the list that you see there? He suggested that there were political operatives. If so, who?
It's deeply concerning to see the chiefs of staff for the president, the vice president, to see Samantha Powers, who had repeatedly said she was not involved in any unmasking, now revealed that she was. We have to understand how this happened. Remember, this is a U.S. citizen that is being unmasked, not by the intelligence community, but by the administration. It's highly unusual. It's inappropriate. And we have to understand why this happened. And I think Joe Biden has to answer a lot of questions about this. This shouldn't have happened to a four-star general. It shouldn't happen to any American.
Joe Biden put out a statement today. Here it is for our viewers. These documents simply indicate the breadth and the depth of concern across the American government. What Joe Biden and Xochitl Hinojosa argued here yesterday is that this is how intelligence works. If you get a nibble, you have to explore and see what's happening on the other end of that. What do you think of that?
You know, Bill, I've thought about this a long time as we've gone through the Mueller investigation. When they initially thought that there were going to be infiltrators in the Trump campaign, why didn't they sit down with candidate Trump and say, can we work with you to make sure that foreign actors don't infiltrate? Instead, they chose to spy and try and entrap. They didn't bring then candidate Trump into the fold. It was the wrong thing to do. They did it for Dianne Feinstein when they thought she might have an infiltrator in her camp. They brought her in. They said, we want you to know about this. Why didn't they do that for candidate Trump? Look at the misery our country has gone through from those initial mistakes from the Obama administration. And now we're seeing more and more were made that have really hurt our country, hurt our democracy, and carried this episode in our country far too long and prevented the president from getting the peaceful transfer of power and being able to be as effective as he should have been.
Democrats allege that this is a distraction away from COVID-19. That's an argument that's out there, and that was an argument that was made here yesterday. The other argument that was made here yesterday is about a convention over the summer. Is it virtual or is it real? Real for Democrats in Milwaukee, real for Republicans in Charlotte, North Carolina. Will the RNC conduct its convention as of today, as scheduled in August?
Yeah, I mean, Bill, we are planning to conduct our convention as scheduled at the end of August. It's 3 months from now. We're seeing states open up. We're obviously going to be looking for guidance from the governor and the mayor. We want to be safe. We're planning ahead. We want to make sure we can renominate our president, and we're really excited to do it in the city of Charlotte.
So you're saying it's going to happen then?
Yeah, it's going to happen. Listen, we're going to put the convention, the safety of the convention goers first and foremost. But right now, 3 months out, that's what we're planning.
Okay,
we will adjust if necessary.
There's also an allegation that you're ordering PPE when that PPE should go to doctors and nurses. How do you respond to that charge?
Well, I think the DNC spokesperson's gone to the Nancy Pelosi School of Fear-mongering. Of course that's not the case. It's called planning ahead. We're making sure that if we have an in-person convention, just like the Democrats are saying they're going to have an in-person convention, we can protect our convention goers. Planning ahead is a good thing. That's how you don't mess up the Iowa caucus and not be able to find out who the winner is. This is how you make sure you're not having to lay off your convention staff, which the DNC is having to do right now. But of course, they don't want to have a convention because they want Biden to stay in the bunker. They don't want him out in the open for voters to actually make a decision based on their candidate.
Ronna McDaniel, thank you for answering all that. We gave you a fair shot today. So Gina Housa yesterday, Ronna McDaniel today. I hope to have both of you back very soon. Thank you.